Welcome back to our simplicity videos. I want to talk about the muscles of mastication. Talking about muscles of mastication, when you masticate your food, you're chomping it down. So this stuff is the muscles that's going to help you to chomp down that delicious food. Whether you're a vegetable eater or a fruit eater or a meat eater, these muscles help you to masticate that deliciousness. And again, I am reusing paper from used stuff. You can see on the back here, I have other videos stuff. I'm just trying to make things work. So I apologize for that. But other than that, this is going to be an amazing video because it's simple and quick. I want to talk about this called the temporalis. And why do we call it the temporalis? Because it covers the temporal bone. So this big chunky muscle of justice is called the temporalis. What we shall do here is cross-section it off and color coordinate. Temporalis. Here's some notes for you. Superficial on the skull, top of the temporal bone passes through the zygomatic arch and attaches to the mandible. So this right here is the zygomatic arch. Zygo arch. And this muscle passes through, attaching to the mandible. And you guys know what the mandible is because you've been through anatomy, right? You've been learning about all those bones and such. So, coming down here to the masseter, I'm going to color coordinate this with an orange color. This big chunky muscle down here is so powerful, so big and juicy, it can actually cause you headaches. So therefore, you want to massage it if people have problems with TMJ or headaches. It's pretty important. But these two muscles, specifically, these two muscles, what they will do is elevate the jaw. And that would be what we call chomping down on some delicious food. Okay? So the temporalis is on top, the masseter is on bottom. It works with the temporalis. You would call this a there's a word for it where it's like helping the other muscle. Can't think of it right now, but we're gonna learn it in a different class, so don't worry about it. Now it's gonna be on my mind. Okay. Both muscles are powerful elevators of the jaw, meaning they close the jaw. Elevate is a word for close. So I will thusly write that there. Okay. Moving on. What we have here is a very simple thing going on. We have medial pterygoid, lateral pterygoid, and the digastrus, I think. Digastrictus. The medial pterygoid means wing shape. That's kind of fun. You can write that down. Wing shape. What else do we have here? Deep to the mandible. So this muscle right here. I'll make it so you guys can actually see it. This muscle right here would be, and it kind of goes underneath the jaw here. I'll draw some dotted lines. That is your medial pterygoid. Okay. This muscle does elevation, closing of the mandible, which would be the same kind of thing we have going on up there. Elevation, and then lateral rotation, meaning you can this muscle helps you move your jaw around like I'm doing right now, and that's why you can't understand me. Oh, does that light make it better? I think so. Okay, we've done that. Next one would be the lateral pterygoid. This one is also deep to the mandible, and you can see they've cut away the zygomatic arch for us, and they can show us these muscles right here. You can see your hyoid bone down here, and obviously the last muscle that you're gonna be working with is the before I move on, sorry, lateral pterygoid deeps the mandible, depress or open the jaw. So we're going to call this depressing muscle. It depresses the jaw, meaning opening. It opens the jaw. Depression is open it. Oh, I'm dying. I'm having I don't know, disgusting stuff happening in my throat. Okay, let's see here. Oh, that also does protrusion, meaning you can. It helps you with moving your jaw in like a underbite shape. Okay. Ooh, we got shaky here for a second. Last muscle, digastricus. Whatever, digastricus. I don't know. You can kind of see them here. They are underneath the actual jaw, the mandible, and they attach to what we call the hyoid bone or Adam's apple. Okay, these muscles, they are going to help elevate the hyoid bone. Whoa. Elevate hyoid bone and then depress the jaw. And I know handwriting is terrible, but this muscle has two bellies connected by a round tendon. The posterior belly attaches to the skull. The anterior belly connects and attaches to the mandible. And then the tendon attaches to that hyoid bone. So all of that action that we just colored in here, hopefully you can see on your copies of the printout. Good to know. Muscles, simple of mastication.